This is video number 11 for the rock excavation exercise. We're on step number 76. We just finished 75 placing the pattern lines. So I'm going to zoom out and do a fit view and zoom into my project just to see where we're at down here. And it says in step number 76, the next step is to extend the rock line to the extent of the cross sections to create a rock surface for generating quantities. So what we need to do is, in project-wise, right-click on the Extend Rock in Excess.imp and select the Open With option and choose Notepad. And there's a little dialog or a little screenshot in there to show you what to do, but I'm going to go to project-wise. I'm going to make sure I'm in the right folder. I am, and I'm looking for the IMP file that is called Extend Rock in Excess. So I'll right-click, Open With, choose Notepad, and hit OK. Okay, so looks like the lettering's quite large. And what we need to do is we are going to go to step number 77 and verify and edit the DGN definitions to reflect the job or the cross-section file that we are in. And the one we are in, and you can see here it says define cross-section DGN, and we want it has a default one, but what we want is not this at all. We want to go with what we named our file. And if I go back to the file, you can see in Power GEOPAK it's the job number underscore XS. So back in Notepad, we'll change this job number underscore XS. And then I will copy this and paste it wherever I need to paste it. This one here is wrong. I believe there's 4 different occurrences. Simple copy and paste. We want it to write to the correct file. And it's 3. And here's number 4 at the very bottom. So that's all we really need to do in here. It's got some settings in here that it needs to look for and find, and it's already predefined. So we're good. I'm going to go ahead and close that notepad, and I will save it. So that was step number 77. Step number 78 wants us to open the Process Cross Sections tool from the pull down. And to get that, it's under the GEOPAK pull down. Again, it's under Road. And this one is under Cross Sections again. And then it's the second option down called Process Cross Sections. So we'll bring that up. I'm going to go ahead and close this Draw Pattern Lines tool. And in here, what we want to do in step number 79 is we want to define the name field with the input file that we edited in Notepad. So we can select this, and it goes out. It finds our input file. We'll select that, hit open. And then once the name field is defined, then we need to click the apply to run the input file. There's notes on this tool. It says this tool will locate the rock surface, copy the existing ground to the rock surface, and extend the rock line out to the ends of the cross section. If no rock surface is found, one will be created far below the existing ground. This will aid in creating a complete rock surface. Okay, so all we need to do in step 79 now, since we've loaded the files, hit the apply button. And it's going to run through the tool, and you can see the rock on the ends are extending out. And it's a different color is what it uses. And now you're seeing where there is no rock, so it's creating it well below our surface. And I believe she's done. Okay, so once it's finished, now we'll move on to step number 80, and it says go through each cross section using the cross section viewer, searching for instances where rock protrudes above the existing ground or rock may be missing. make adjustments if necessary. So that tool is in the corridor modeling tools again. It's on the cross-section tool set at the very end, cross-section navigate or cross-section viewer. So I'll select it. It brings up the tool. I'm also done with the dialog in the background, the legacy tool. We'll go ahead and close that. Exit. The way this tool works is we want to make sure that our cross-section model is matching what it says in the banner of the view, and I can see mine's not. Mine is set at Route 179, so I want to hit the pull down and go to Route 179-rock. Now this tool will work with this model. If I hit 62, just a single left click on it, it's going to show me the cross section. You can see we have our rock out here. You can see what it created. It dropped down the existing surface to give us rock all the way to the end, which this will allow us to create a complete terrain from beginning to end. Go to 63, and what I'm looking for is any kind of protrusion of the rock, and every now and then you're going to see it, and you'll want to look in, zoom in, and make sure you don't see any rock covering over like we have here. So the tool, which we had rock here, didn't do what we wanted it to do. So what we need to do is come out and modify this rock so that it's well below the surface. There's a couple ways of doing this. We can use our modify tool, grab some of that rock and move it out of the way. All we want to do is make sure it's not above the ground. So we'll grab it, move it around. I'm using AccuSnap to kind of do this for me. The rock wasn't above ground, and we don't want it above ground. So zooming back out, I can see there's still some rock coming up above the ground. And that should do it. So we should be good on this one. We're below the existing ground, and that's where we want to be. Okay, so I'll go to the next station, 70, 71, and I'll go ahead and clean this file up so the video doesn't take forever. And that concludes video number 11.